Hold up, wait a minute, let me get some Brunson in it. Oh, wait a minute, hey.
Oh, that's lit. All right, roll the intro.
It's from a deep left field. That is gone. David Wright brings himself back into the line. To the Bulls foul. No. Anthony for three. Bang! That one goes down. Fires caught. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson scores. There it goes. See ya. Oh,
Welcome to the Any Podcast, where we talk about anything at any given time.
But the main focus is always New York.
What's good, Chris?
Yo, what up, dude?
Man, it's hopefully gonna be another perfect 2-0 night. It's heading that way currently. We had a wait. You know what? Do you have a year for the people?
Nah.
No, I don't got one either.
You know
man.
why? Because we don't need a year right now. Because
Not with
the
the
only
way things are
year
going.
is that the Knicks are up 3-1 right now.
All right, so our year is just that. Fuck Embiid. Fuck Embiid.
Yes, even in fucking Wells Fargo
In
Center.
Philly.
Come on, son. MVP chance and
Yo.
Philly fans should be ashamed of themselves, bro.
Wild.
I would never show up to that fucking place ever again if I was a fan. I would rip my jersey up tonight.
Absolutely crazy, man. If we don't got yours, let's at least, real quick, because we got a special guest coming on for the Knicks portion. Let's
Yep.
I just want to hear what you have to say before we get into it with the guest. What do you think we're finishing this off at the Garden on Tuesday?
Yeah, absolutely. Look,
Garden's gonna be crazy. Games 1 and 2 were crazy. Game
There's
5 is gonna be wild.
No way. There's no way that Embiid walks out of the Garden with a win. There's just no way. There's too much momentum. There's too much. Honestly, I say there's too much ammunition. As you stuff your face with these mini donuts.
Good.
Yeah, I bet there are.
They're not. They're like bad good.
Like a giant eating Homer Simpson's donut. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
you look like right
100%. I'm Randy's Donuts out in LA.
now.
Foreshadowing for our guest who is in LA.
That's why he's.
Yep,
right.
exactly.
For the Knicks.
But man, my man's hitting the JMO. I got the Celsi. The Celsi for the Celly. I bet just like our orange and blue, the orange and blue on the pinstripe or on the baseball side, they're still doing pretty good. They went 3-3 on their West Coast trip. I put in the notes. You take that, right? I just want to start off with Mets real quick. You take that on the road trip, right?
Of course,
you take it 3-3,
dude. It's an evened out road trip. I'll take it.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
I'd rather have that than have a 2-4. You know what I mean?
Big facts. They're still playing, good baseball overall ever since Frankie went down.
They won today.
Did they? I didn't get to see their
today.
score.
It was a walk-off home run by Mark Vientos out of all fucking people. Yo, it was a bomb. He hit a fucking bomb. He raked that shit.
That's lit.
Hell yeah.
That's lit. And I don't know if you've seen what the Pinstripes been doing the last 2 games. But
yeah.
I think Judge is back.
Judge is probably back. He looks like he's back.
Looking that way. I mean, we scored 15 runs in each of the last 2 games against the A's. I mean, I know that's not saying much, but
the fucking A's were like,
I know, but still, 15 runs is insane.
As a team like the Yankees are, you expect them to play like that against a team like the A's.
I do, but I don't. Judge with the hitting struggles and everything lately. Yeah, you even have Rizzo come out hitting a bomb
he'll
today.
Have that struggle for like a month or 2, and then he'll rake for the rest of the season. It's not
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that this is like what got him out of it. All the people talking trash about him, which is I just quick PSA. If you're talking trash about the Yankees captain who you just signed to an absurdly long contract, what are you
You're
doing?
just dumb. You're just
What are you
dumb.
doing? What
You're
what
not
are
a
you
fan.
no? But what is the end game here? Like I don't understand what I literally heard people on like the radio channels during the week saying that Judge should be benched.
Yeah, no, that's just people that don't
Like
know
what?
baseball. First of all, that's people that don't know baseball. Two, you have to understand something with Yankee fans. They will rip you. They're just like Knicks fans. They'll rip you and break you in half. If you're tough enough to handle it, you'll handle it. But sometimes Yankee fans get a little crazy. They get a little out of control, and they jump to conclusions real quick with their star players. You know what I mean? But mind you, they never did that shit to Jeter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jeter had a slump. The cap is gonna be back, dude. Give the same support to Judge.
He's earned it at this point. I mean, he
Absolutely.
broke the AL record, a couple of years back. Like this man deserves his leeway. He broke his damn foot trying to get just trying to get a catch, just trying to get
Trying to
somebody
do his
out.
job. He was just trying to do his job. You know what I mean?
He's going all out, so you need to give him that same energy.
Hell yeah.
But yo,
yeah.
What's good, my guy? He got the Brunson in there. He got the background. You see the background though? I love it.
Hell yeah.
Come on, man. I love it. We was just gearing up. We are ready. For everybody who is not watching, the special guest is in. It is my homie from back in the day, from back at St. John's, Brandon Flores. We welcome you to the pod. Really appreciate you coming on. This is super dope. With all the craziness that you put out there on your Instagram stories and everything, I was like, yo, we definitely got to get B-Flow on. He'll bring 100%. The energy for sure. So yeah, we're hyped to have you.
No, thanks, man. I'm pumped up too, especially after today's game, man.
Yeah.
The streets is calling it. I'm gonna get on live again real soon, and I'm gonna cause chaos like I normally do. But we got to take it all the way home on game.
So wait, you got the city jersey on. Which is that the Brunson one?
Of course.
Yeah, I got the same joint. Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
I got the same joint. I'm telling you, Chris, you need to cop the Brunson City jersey.
Listen to me. I'm gonna be the guy to get the white one.
Well, you talking about the home joint?
I gotta get the home joint. I just look better in white, bro. I feel like I'm like a Santero. You know what I mean? Like
I couldn't pass up on the city joint with the New York, the stripes, everything.
This was one of the best jerseys.
Kith, shout out to Ronnie Fire. Kith killed that jersey.
Hell
Jesus, they went off on that for no real reason. It's crazy. But yo, let's get into it. The Knicks get the dub today. Big dub. Huge fat dub. They keep my point statistic alive that I told you about last full pod, Chris, which was, and I don't know if you heard this, Brandon, but when the Knicks let up, was it 104? I think it was 105. When the Knicks let up less than 105, or when they score more than 105, they only have like 2 or 3 losses the entire season, including playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. So we keep that alive. 97-92 dub. I mean, let's just jump right into it. You got the Brunson and everything going on.
Yeah.
My man put up 47 and 10.
Franchise playoff record.
Mm-hmm.
Took over the throne. Bernard King was the last one at 46 with it. 46. That was years ago.
Crazy.
Big 30.
And Bruns is the first person ever in Knicks playoff game history to put up a 40-10 game. 40 plus, 10 plus.
As if I needed another reason to love this kid.
40.10 assists plus. Yeah, crazy. I got a couple of nitpicky things to talk about. We got the dub, so I'm more than happy enough. It's just the officiating still is just so weird.
Officiating's gonna be like that all year, bro. Just get used to it.
I see. I'm like going crazy about the littlest things. Brunson is shooting free throws, maybe. Or Fritos, as we call them on the pod now.
Fritos.
I think it was with like a minute or maybe a little bit over a minute left, and Kyle Lowry just blatantly steps full foot into the paint while Brunson's shooting the free throws, and I'm bugging him. I'm watching it in my car.
He did it like 2-3 times. I'm like, where's the lane violation? Come on.
I was just like, this is wild. Like, we're just not calling anything. But God forbid if a Knicks player does it. God forbid.
They don't want us to win. They can't they can't have New York win.
This is the epitome of they don't want us to win.
It's gonna be pandemonium if we do.
It already is pandemonium. We're already taking over in Wells Fargo Center, chanting "fuck Embiid." Like, it's hilarious.
The NBA is so scared of what's gonna happen when the Knicks go to the next round, bro, that they're not even gonna let us get to the finals because they know Manhattan's gonna go up in fucking flames.
Bro, they're gonna have to build a new Madison Square Garden. That's how crazy.
They're gonna have to build a new Manhattan. Manhattan's just gonna sink straight into the Hudson. Like,
you know that scene in Bruce Almighty when they play the lottery and all the cars are flipped upside down. And that's what Manhattan's gonna look like. So I'm telling you,
it's gonna look like pure mayhem.
Yup.
Yeah, that's big facts. All right, it's a positive though. I love that I saw John Starks even at the away games.
Yes.
In this series, I thought
he was on the train with them.
For real? I didn't even see anything about that. He was on the train,
right? And he opens up the cart door. He yells out to the people. He was like, "Listen, I know we're gonna get some shit calls tonight." He goes, "But keep that energy up. Call the refs out." He goes, "I don't care what you do." He goes, "Just cheer for these boys because they need y'all."
Oh, I love that.
We did that.
That's so lit.
We did that, bro.
That's so dope.
Is the ultimate rec center dad. I love it.
How much do you guys think it means to the current crew that they're getting this kind of support from the OGs? You got Spreewell, you got Starks, Melo, all sitting together courtside. Like, I mean, how do you guys think this is affecting them? Like, do you think
it's inspiring?
Yeah. Do you think it's like drawing? Like, do you think it's a negative at all for them while they're playing these games? No, Chris.
Nah, not at all. Yeah. This is just motivation, bro. It's motivation for them. It's just love and support from the players of the past. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so crazy.
They've been through it. They know what to do. They know how to get behind the other team's skin. Like, just let me fuck with these guys a little bit, like I used to fuck with these boys. You know what I mean? Like, you know, playoffs used to be a little different back in Starks days, back in Stewart days and shit.
The NBA is clearly trying to bring it back physicality wise by not calling a damn thing. Yeah, I'm never gonna get over this.
I'm waiting for Jericho Sims on Tuesday to just elbow Embiid in the fucking eye.
Yeah, just Tibbs is gonna tell Jericho Sims go for a rebound and just take Embiid's head off.
Yep.
Those big
honestly, though, I think it's really dope. I think the energy that this team brings it's exciting for the legends of New York. That's why they're into the game too. Like, they're hyped, you know what I'm saying? They're being vocal, they're engaged, you know what I'm saying? And it's because we finally have a point guard, bro. And having a point guard changes everything. Because now we can take control over the tempo of the game, the pace, you know? And it's unfortunate that Julius Randle isn't playing, but I really felt like this playoffs, he was going to shine because he's had terrible playoffs.
It felt like that year.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like this was the year where he was going to get over that hump where it's going to be like, all right, you know what? We got to respect him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we respect him. Don't get me wrong, but there's still that doubt, that question. Like, I don't know. He chokes in the playoffs, whatever. But now that Brunson got his first year under his belt, the team is comfortable with him. He has a good supporting cast. Like, them two, like we would have. I truly believe we would have finished this in 4 if Randall was playing.
Yeah,
I don't hate that take. I think that he would have had Embiid hurting in the post.
100%.
He'd be beating the shit out of him right now because I don't think nobody else is. Tibbs isn't telling anybody to work Embiid's knee like he should be.
Yeah, right. That's what I don't understand.
If I'm Hartenstein, I'm putting all the weight on the post moves.
Facts.
Like, I don't understand why we're not doing that. I don't know if it's a respect thing or if it's like the league conspiracy theory hat on.
Clearly don't respect us taking out Mitchell Robinson like that.
You don't give a fuck about nobody.
No. But conspiracy theory hat on. Part of me is like the NBA is saying, "Yo, we need Embiid to shine. Don't go too hard on him." Because there's just too many weird things going on in the NBA. Like, I'm not gonna go full conspiracy theorist, but like, there's just some weird stuff.
100%. It's all scripted sometimes. You know what I mean?
Feels that way. Feels that way for sure.
That fucking hip check that he gave.
Yo, wild. That whole game, he just wouldn't stop. He was out of control.
The hip tackle in football is banned. Why the fuck is it happening in basketball?
They need a sport for it to happen in. You see that shit in
Bro.
hockey.
That shit got me so fucking mad.
Yeah, he should have been gone. Like he should have been ejected from that game. After that one,
after the Robinson thing, he should
He
have
had
been
four times where he should have been ejected. Four.
Because that's not a basketball move. That's you're intentionally trying to hurt the dude because you're frustrated. I get it, you're frustrated, but if we do that to you, you're crying.
Brandon,
you know what I'm saying?
I got a question. Did you watch the full game today?
Yeah, I did.
So there's a moment, and I was texting Chris about it. He didn't get to watch the entire game. He was working. So there's a moment where Josh Hart, he goes up, he gets fouled, he gets sent to the floor. I don't know if you saw this or looked at it the way I did, but Embiid is trying to like get over Josh Hart's legs, and he steps on Josh Hart's calf, and that's
I did see that one. Yeah.
And I know that can be taken as accidental, but something in me is just like that he played that off way too perfectly for it to look accidental, but that was on purpose.
To me, is accidental anymore.
Facts. He's got the Draymond Green rep in my opinion now.
Even when he hits you with this. That's not accidental either.
My man's got the Bell's palsy.
That's crazy though.
Stop winking at me, my man.
He has one eye and he's dropping like 40 a night. It's crazy.
That 50 ball he dropped, the other night was crazy. I'm like, here's the thing. A lot of people are like, Embiid,
that was a weird 50. It didn't feel like a true 50.
Exactly. Like they're like, Embiid's knee's hurt. If he was 100%, it would have been different. But I'm like,
he's 100%. He's not mentally 100%.
Yeah, but then it's like, we're missing Randall. Like you can't use that as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's weird. He's to your point. They want him to shine. I feel like they feel bad, and the Knicks are like, nah, like this could be our year. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true believer. I think next year, 25. We're champions.
We gotta
let's save this date. What's today? On the 28th of April at 9:16 Eastern time. Knicks are winning the chip in 2025.
My man had to do the conversion real quick with the hours.
Real quick.
What do you just diverting real quick? Who do you think we need to go after? What do you think we need to do in the offseason? I know this is not a time to talk about the offseason, but since you brought it up,
might as well.
What do you think? Like who one player that we could feasibly go after? Who do you think it is?
Honestly,
because it's well noted who my pick is.
I honestly don't know. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because I look at the Anthony Edwards, the SGAs, all these young guys. You know what I mean? It's like, do we go after someone who may have maybe 3 years left, or do we get a young killer to join the young core we got now and keep working like that? Because the game is evolving again. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look at LeBron James and Kevin Durant. They're both about to get the boot in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Durant's about to get swept.
100%. If anything, I think if I was to say somebody, I would think someone like a DeMar DeRozan. You know what I'm saying? Someone like that. Because we don't Brunson's him.
He's wild efficient too.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can give Brunson the ball at the end, you know what I'm saying? And he'll get the bucket. So we just need a number 2 now. I'm fine with Brunson being number 1. We just need a number 2 because Randall's more of a number 3, in my opinion.
I agree. And I don't think it would take as much as some other players to get someone like a DeRozan.
Exactly.
I don't know what his contract is right off the bat. I don't know how many years he has left, but I think that's viable in terms of a win now mentality. It's well documented that my pick is Squidward himself, Mikal Bridges.
Squidward himself.
Watching his friends
They're not going to let that happen. The NBA is not going to let that happen.
They're going to veto this shit like the Chris Paul trade?
Exactly.
What if we give them all of the picks? I'll give them
all 11 picks.
I'll give you 7.
Nah, I won't do that.
I'll give them 5. I'll give them 5 first rounders.
5 first rounders? Really?
The Nova shit works.
It does. But I think we could get him for less because he wants to come.
Are the Nets gonna allow him, or is the NBA gonna allow him?
You're just gonna say no to half a decade's worth of picks?
They're gonna say no to the Knicks. They always say no to the Knicks.
Exactly.
Remember that. It's still the Knicks.
Yeah, I guess. All right, so Devin Booker it is.
Devin Booker it is. Hey, listen, that wouldn't be bad either.
I called this out too. I said that if and Chris back me up. I said that if the Suns fizzle out of the playoffs, especially in the first round, I think it's gonna rattle the Suns' cage, and I think it's gonna shake Devin Booker loose.
He's gonna want to leave
because Durant looks like the team with him looks like hot trash. And
definitely
Bradley Beal complete bust in terms of like that fit and everything.
right.
And
who's their point guard?
They don't have one.
Exactly.
Not a legitimate one.
And that's why
Who's
they're
their point guard? Exactly.
How they let Chris Paul leave there is beyond me.
How would you feel about Mitch?
D-Mitch?
Yeah. Oh, Donovan, but that's what I'm saying. Like someone like him, a DeRozan, to be that number 2 guy. You know what I'm saying?
If
like,
Donovan Mitchell is taking second fiddle to Brunson and he knows his role, then hell yeah, I'm with it. If he's gonna come in, be tumultuous and ruin chemistry, because that's the one thing that is making this team thrive is chemistry. They all know what each other does. They all have each other's backs. They are brothers to the fucking T. All of them freaking love each other. OG
you know why?
comes right in and fits right in.
You know why it'll work? Because what number was Mitchell when he got drafted?
Like 12, 13, 14, something like that, I think.
I think he was 13.
So he's one of those players where he was overlooked in the draft, right? Every single person on this squad, most of them overlooked. So he would fit in perfectly. Like
if you're talking about playing with a chip on his shoulder, then yeah, 100% he fits in.
Exactly.
And he's a local boy, you know? He's from here.
Exactly.
Not here because I'm in Charlotte, but yeah.
I keep forgetting he moved out there.
Yeah.
He's from Brooklyn?
I think he's from Jersey.
Yeah, he's from Jersey.
That's not a local boy.
Come on, it's local. If with what the Knicks need right now, he's local, all right? Goddamn.
Don't give me that shit. We comparing.
But I think
Jersey.
Where did he play in high school though?
No. He's from Elmsford. Never mind.
Oh, okay. He's from Elmsford?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So what is that? That's like Yonkers-ish.
Yeah, that's
a little bit north of Yonkers.
Westchester, Mount Vernon. I mean,
White Plains. It's like White Plains. Okay. I had to pull up the map real quick. Yeah. He in terms of his scoring, obviously he'd be a great fit because that's the one thing we need is another scorer, which is why we're missing Randall so much. Yeah.
But here's the other thing too. I want to
3 players on your team that could give you 30 every night is just wild.
Here's why the Sixers are doing well. Because you got someone like Kelly Oubre who is shooting from 3 way over his average in this playoff series. His average for his career is like 32%.
Yep. Right now, I feel like he's taking that many though.
Campaign too.
Oh my god! Every time he hits a 3, bro, I'm like,
I can't stand his face.
His jump shot is horrible to look at.
It's cringe,
disgusting.
Bro. It's cringe.
It's disgusting. They really
is. I mean, if we're talking about role players though, Precious Achiuwa today,
bro,
he didn't do much. He didn't do too much on the stat line, but he was a plus 11. And my man had the block on Embiid's 3 down the stretch.
Slapped the shit out of that. Woo.
He had multiple blocks throughout the game. He had 4. Tells you all you need to know.
Didn't he have like 3 in the fourth quarter?
Probably something like that. He
was
came up because he came in when Hartenstein got the 5th foul and left Hartenstein on the bench the whole night or the rest of the night with how well.
See, what I like about Precious is that he was able to get experience quickly as like a go-to player when Mitchell Robinson was down. So because he has that experience, remember their motto is next man up. He's ready to go. Because here's the thing, what people don't understand is like, and they criticize Thibodeau for doing this. Like all season, the Knicks play as if it's a playoff game. They're playing the whole game. And I get it. Like there's some games where it's like, all right, Tibbs, like just sit them down. Let's not let them get hurt. Situation with Randall, right? But at the same time, I like his methods because you have these teams who are lackadaisical during the season. I'm going to turn it on today or I'm going to chill out today. And then come playoffs, they get winded. They're not built for this type of, momentum and speed. The Knicks, they do this every day. So we're ready to go. And when I saw it on Instagram today, they asked Tibbs about the physicality that's going on. He's like, look, they want to play physical? Let's go. We like playing physical.
That's our brand right there. That's our bread and butter.
Right.
But yeah, that grittiness and that chemistry, like I alluded to earlier, like that, like Kyle Lowry again, when he was taking the free throws in the last 30 seconds or whatever it was, and he didn't tell anybody that he was clanking that second one. And Maxey, you saw Maxey took that 1 or 2 step start to go back on defense, and you saw Maxey mouth the words, "I didn't know you were missing that on purpose." And I'm just like, you just lost the game. And this is every one of their losses is because of their chemistry, in my opinion.
Yep.
They don't
Honestly,
have it.
That game too was because of Embiid. I mean, because of Lowry, because he should have called a timeout.
Yep.
And
I alluded to that in the last episode.
Same thing with game 4. He's gonna boot the fucking last free throw. He don't communicate. Come on, how you expecting to win a game like that?
Here's the problem. Lowry, he's a champion. I'm a champ. I know what I'm doing, brother.
You rode Kawhi's coattails.
Yeah, and the other part too, if Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant don't get hurt that series, they end up winning nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Lowry is like, it's hard. It's hard for me to like him. Like, he's a good player, but it's hard for me to like him because of that and the way he carries himself. Like, he's done it all. And
I'll just say right now, I don't like him. I want to punch him in the face every time I see him. To be completely honest. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, and they're lazy at times. Like in the same crazy game too. Embiid, he goes and boxes out Josh Hart and leaves Hartenstein wide open. So it's just things like that where they're just like, Nick Nurse is an incredible coach. It's like, how are you guys playing as if you're not prepared for these situations at all? Yeah. So I'm hoping
I feel like that's why he's so frustrated all the fucking time, because he knows his players are smarter than that.
He's like, I'm cleaning up Doc Rivers' bullshit right now. That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Everybody, half the teams in the league are still cleaning up Doc Rivers' bullshit. That's not here nor there, though. What's it called? All right, so we're all on the same board that we're taking Game 5 and we're moving on to play. I'm assuming the Pacers.
Yeah, bro. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5. And we're gonna humble the Pacers real good. We're gonna humble their asses.
Yeah, we're gonna sear that halibut all night long.
You heard about that
was a weird saying.
You heard about Middleton, right?
Yeah, he hurt himself.
Did he? Yeah,
dude,
the Bucks
the whole team is fucking crumbling, bro.
Bucks are falling apart. Yo, Dame Lillard has the Achilles going on. Yeah. I if they could somehow pull off the upset against the Pacers and we play them, I'm all for it. They're gonna be hobbling. They're gonna be hobbling. We played pretty well against the Bucks in the regular season for the most part.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, it's a close game right now. It's 100-92. The Bucks are still in it.
Huh. No way, really?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm seeing.
There's 10 minutes left.
Wow.
You might want to update your shit, homie, because I'm seeing 122 to 105 right with 2 minutes left. It's all right though. You're on the West Coast.
Oh damn, 122, 105. They just changed. They must.
Yo, the Clippers tied the series.
They tied the series.
Wow.
Don't sleep on the Clippers, man. They're solid as hell.
I really thought the Mavs was gonna take them 3-1, man. Wow.
I mean, the Clippers can't afford to lose. No, they have to win. At least
every game is a must-win, especially against a team like the Mavs.
Yeah, because they're about to build the new stadium. They got to make some sort of run in the playoffs because, like, you can't have all this new stuff and then give the boot with all these stars on there in the first round.
But then you're facing a player like Luka fucking Doncic
and Kyrie Irving. I'm saying I did not think that was gonna work, but Kyrie in Dallas has worked,
bro. And you know who's a sleeper? Derek Lively. I love that kid. He's so good.
He's a solid player.
From my local team, PJ Washington balled the hell out too.
True. Hey, he was there.
Mr. I ain't with it.
Hey, but Paul George hit a 3 in his face, and he did hit him with it too. I was dying.
I love the disrespect.
That's what he wants.
All right, to end things, I'm gonna just call a timeout real quick. This is something we do, Brandon. So my question for this timeout is: one Past Knick you would put on this current team with where they are at right now?
Carmelo Anthony, no question.
Oh, that was quick.
No question.
Wow.
Okay.
Because you got to think about it. He never had the point guard. You know what I'm saying?
And the one thing we could really use right now is that Jimmy that he got.
100%. Look, bro, I never forget. It was a Christmas Day against the Bulls in the Garden.
Nope.
Bro, this series is over. Done.
We get it in 3, not even 4.
Bro,
put up so many points. They just give
or
up.
even add Brunson to his team. You know what I'm saying? Like it works both ways.
You're talking about
both ways.
The AARP squad.
Yeah.
Man, that team was literally only meant for one season. There's no way they were getting anything past that.
You put Brunson on that team, we beat the Heat.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. With that. We got Baron Davis, who's walking on a string of a tendon left in his knee.
Yeah.
I was at game. They had home court advantage. They were the number 1 seed that year, so it must have been like game 2 or something like that. I went to that game, and that was the one game that Baron Davis played really well in that series. And I have a picture of him doing essentially like a jelly, and it went downhill from there. But Chris, who
would you put on the team?
Christopher.
Interesting.
No, I'm not saying shit. But
nah, not me. Fuck out of here. I would have got arrested already if I was on that team. I'd have stabbed and beat in the fucking kidney.
I've said this in the past. I'm snuffing.
I was like, wait a second, he's a hooper? What's going on?
Nah, I'll just stab motherfuckers in the backcourt. I don't give a fuck.
No, I got Brandon Flores on that team. Nah.
Run it up.
Putting up the 25 piece tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yo, dude,
my man's feeling it. He's feeling it. All right, Chris, who you got on the current squad from the past?
If I had to pick somebody, just considering what we just went through with this series right now, I want a motherfucker to answer back. So I would put Patrick Ewing in this team.
Oh, you want like a solid matchup to Embiid type deal?
Yeah, okay. I want a motherfucker that'll slap the shit out of Embiid if necessary.
I was thinking of you also.
Slap the shit out of anybody if necessary. You feel me?
I'm gonna pick Chris Duhon. No, I'm just kidding.
Jason Kidd, like, all right, let's do it. Yeah,
it's tough because this is such a complete team, and Ewing was up there, Melo was up there. I don't know. My head keeps coming back to Melo. I'm gonna have to go with Melo also because I just feel like Brunson kicking it out or OG kicking it out from the paint to Melo. Open 3, bang!
I'm gonna give an honorable mention to one player that I think would do very well off the bench right now.
I feel like Larry Johnson could work on this team too.
Steve Novak.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Who? Steve Novak?
Steve Novak.
I thought about that too. Bro. I thought
Come here.
Give me Steve Novak discount
would do hella damage off the bench.
I thought
Bogdanovich is pretty much Steve Novak.
Yeah, but dude, he's hurt now. So
I know, bro.
Wait, Bogey's hurt?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's why he didn't play the rest of the game.
Batum fucking landed on his ankle.
Oh, I must have missed that. There was a small part of the game I missed, and that must have been it.
He looks like a crackhead Tony Parker that took steroids.
Yeah.
Fucking Batum. I can't stand that motherfucker, bro.
I would have I was ready to say Steve Novak, but I felt like we had enough shooters that he just would have rode Pine.
Never enough shooters. Never enough.
Never enough. Well, in today's game, never enough shooters. 100%.
Facts. All right, so we got 2 Melos and a Pat.
It's a 3-ball game. You know what I mean?
I mean, if we're talking off the bench, I want Shump. I love him as a defender, bro. Him and McBride coming off the bench, lock it up, bro.
Prime Shump would have locked up Maxey.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
He had the quickness that Deuce and Brunson and OG don't.
Yep.
He would have had that. That would be some fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how Tuesday goes.
How Tuesday's gonna go. Stop playing with me.
That right? Yeah. You know what time it is.
Fuck out of here. I'm going straight to the city.
No. See, the one game I got hyped and I felt good about the team was game 3 and we lost. So I gotta feel bad until the series is over.
I'm going to the city. Game 5. I'm going to the city for the Garden afterwards. I'm missing pickleball for this shit because I'm going straight to the fucking Garden to celebrate with my peoples.
Let's go.
Love it,
man.
I'm
about to go live on the fucking IG and everything. Why?
I'm hoping we're still in the playoffs late May when I come up. And either we catch a game, depending on how much the cost is at that point, or
bro, you don't even want to know what the fucking tickets for MSG are, bro. They're like $460 a piece.
You better get 4 more jobs, my friend.
Yo,
I'll drop that for. Wait, we talking $460 for nosebleeds?
Yes, dude.
Oh.
Yes, bro. Like game time will give you maybe like 400 for like mid high.
Let me ask you this: If
Yeah,
Knicks,
but the
if
vibes
Knicks
of
go
the
to the
Garden.
chip, how much you think nosebleeds are gonna cost?
$1,000 each.
2,500.
I'm
I say
there.
minimum 1,000.
I'm there.
I'm saying yeah,
I'll
2,500
go to at
minimum
least
to
one
get
game. I'll go
2,500
by
100%.
myself. I
in
don't
the
give a fuck.
building.
Like my wife ain't gonna go with me because she's not a basketball fan. I will go by myself and just
You
yell as loud as I want.
do you really think that if we made the finals, I would let you go alone?
See, that's
No,
why
yeah, I'm going. We're linking up.
We
No,
going.
Yeah,
That's it.
we
We're
got to
going.
make this
Honestly,
happen.
Easter Conference Finals. I kind of want to go to that.
Because we weren't even alive when it happened last time, so we got to make sure we get to it. Yo, if somehow, if some stroke of,
If we get to the chip,
Woo!
I'm going.
I'm going to one of the games.
Yeah, I have to go
100%.
to at least one game and watch them lose that one fucking game. But regardless, I'm just saying.
Now I would go to. Wait, if we go to the chip, who would have? We would have home court advantage. I feel like.
We were number
Yeah.
2. Well, unless it was Denver or something like that.
Right.
True. So then I would be strategic about what game I would go to. I would probably go to
Like
it would be game 4.
Game 4. Yeah,
that would be a good game to go to.
Yeah, but I'll drop a G on a ticket. Why not?
Bro, if
I'll
Knicks
drop
go
more.
to the championship, I'm there.
For a Knicks chip fucking game.
I'm dropping more. I'll drop more. 100%.
Listen, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we'll put our pennies together. And
we'll see.
figure it out.
We'll see how much I get after the wedding. All right, don't worry about it.
Word facts.
I'm refinancing the house. I don't know. I'm taking out a note or something like that. Like,
I'm about to pawn Sarah's ring and get a fucking ticket. Let's go, son. I'm done.
Bank. Oh yeah. So I saw you wanted to get a loan. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the Knicks finals game 4.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to make this happen for me, fam.
Yeah.
But yeah. If that happens, so we're saying it here right now. Finals happens.
We going.
The 3 of us
are
going.
We going.
We're going.
Facts. We hold people accountable on this pod, so we're making it happen.
Yes, sir.
I'll be there. I'll buy my flight tomorrow.
I'm gonna be sweating if we get to the Eastern
We'll
Conference
pick you
Finals.
up from the airport, bro. We'll pick you up.
Say less.
Big facts.
With a bacon, egg, and cheese in the back seat.
Yeah, I need that. Salt, pepper, ketchup, boy.
Hey, Chris is not a ketchup fan on the bacon, egg, and cheese.
I'm not.
Oh, that's
nah.
But wait, no, his backup is viable in my opinion.
Yeah, hot sauce.
I mean, I do both. Get that sriracha ketchup on there, run it.
Yep. So I was when he said no ketchup at first, and he didn't say what else. I was like, "What's the matter with you?
Why you buy
ketchup?" And then he said hot sauce. I was like, "I can ride with that."
Yeah, I like hot sauce.
I can ride with that. But yo, it was lit having you on, Brandon. We definitely bringing you back.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yo,
I wish y'all the best, man. This was fun. I love what y'all are doing.
Appreciate it up, you. Man. We're just out here trying to have some fun. I'm always
here for conversation when it comes to Knicks. I'll be on live real soon.
Hell yeah.
He's about to go nutty on live. I know it. Yo, love you, man.
Talk
to you soon.
Yes, sir. Take care, guys.
Let's keep it pushing. We got the Rangers. They're 1 game away. They're playing right now at time of recording.
Yup. 2-1 right now.
From getting the brooms out, sweeping the Caps.
Call my mom because it's time a barrer, papá. We gotta get the broom out. Tu sabes?
Yeah. So that's gonna be lit. If they do it, I called it. And you technically called it, saying that they would get a sweep at some point in the playoffs. I said right after you said that, I said it's gonna be this series.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be this series right here because we saw how Washington was playing, bro.
Well, I see how the Rangers are playing. That's what I'm focusing on.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. Listen, Washington might be playing dead, but the Rangers are such a take over the game team right now. Mm-hmm. They literally make you look like you're walking on eggshells on the fucking ice.
Big facts.
Feel me? Like, come on.
Speaking on a team,
baby all on the ice whenever they play.
Speaking of a team that was walking on thin ice or on eggshells, whatever. The Islanders, they finally showed signs of life. They got a dub in the series. They're down 3-1 now, not 3-0. Double overtime, I think.
Dude, honestly, that was like the Stanley Cup right there. If you saw the way fucking players, the way fans reacted, it was their Stanley Cup.
Making the playoffs was enough. Getting a dub is even better. The Hurricane are a damn good team.
Hell yeah, they're
so it's sick that they got a dub on them.
You know what team I'm looking forward to facing? The Avalanche.
Yeah,
I want to face the Avalanche.
You're talking about the Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers
facing the Avalanche. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, if the
Yeah.
Avalanche play the Islanders ain't even gonna show up. Come on now, let's be real.
Fair. Nah, you know what, y'all
Shout out
good.
to all my Islander fans out
You
there. You
got
know
it.
we love y'all.
You got it. But let's just real quick finish things. Well, not finish things off, but let's keep it pushing with the NFL.
Yup.
We had draft. I don't know if you
We
know.
had quite the draft, ladies and germs.
It did not go the way that we predicted with Cuzzy Matt.
Hell no. None of my picks was right. None of my picks was right. Not even the fucking first one.
I wonder if Matt saved the simulator he was running, so that we could really check. Because I think like after
a fucking
pick
compare sheet.
I think after pick 3, it probably just completely fell apart.
It just crumbled into shit. It was hysterical.
I said the Patriots were taking Drake May. I'm a genius. Nah. I don't think anybody had the Chargers taking Joe Alt.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
That
motherfucker's big, bro.
Yeah, man. But I don't know what they're doing.
A lot of people don't know what they're doing because they're going for shit they don't need.
Right. Yeah. They
You know what I mean?
we're talking about Atlanta, it's crazy that they took Penix. I was so shocked about that.
But to me, that was probably the most disrespectful shit you could do to a legend like Kirk Cousins.
Nobody saw that coming.
That was disrespectful to me, bro. And apparently he's upset about it, but
he can be as upset as he wants. I think it was a smart move at the end of the day, but
I think it's a longevity thing for them.
100%.
They want to be able to go through the years with Kirk, have Penix, just grab him under your wing, teach him whatever the fuck you got to do, and then once you leave, Michael Penix will take over. That's it.
The crazy thing though is that I think I read that Penix will be 28 by the time Kirk Cousins' contract is up.
Yep,
that's wild.
Like you said in the chat, that's like type of like a Jordan Love A-Rod type of thing where they got him while A-Rod was still in Green Bay and shit. You know what I mean? And he just
we'll get to this. Hopefully the Jets took that Jordan Love type of player to fall behind Aaron Rodgers because I really like that pick. But we'll definitely get in there. We'll start at the top though. Yeah, so to start off the NFL draft. I guess we'll go Giants first. They had the earlier pick. We'll just ride their draft picks out real quick, and then we'll talk about our beloved Gangrene Jets. So the Giants got things started off at number 6, drafting Malik Neighbors. And then all mayhem ensued after pick number 7. Like we were talking about before with Michael Penix. But then they traded. They got the trade with Seattle. For number 47, they pick up Tyler Nubin, safety from Minnesota, which I thought was a great pick. Previous episodes that they definitely needed.
Yeah.
Some help in the middle of the defense.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Then they got Drew Phillips, cornerback out of Kentucky. Honestly, don't know too much about him, but
I heard he's pretty solid.
Another defensive move, so I like that. They got Theo Johnson, tight end, in the 4th round at 107. And Matt right away, Cuzzy Matt from the guest spot last week, he immediately goes, Waller's retiring. And that is the rumor. I could see it happening. Theo Johnson, he's a decent tight end from what I've saw in the tape. And then by way of a couple different teams, number 166, they take Tyrone Tracy Jr., running back out of Purdue. It was a little late, in my opinion, to grab a back because I feel like they did need some depth, like Cuzzy Matt was alluding to last week. And then to finish things off, they took Darius Muasau, I think, linebacker out of UCLA. So you saw a theme there. They definitely did work on the middle of that defense and tried to shore some things up. They went with the biggest thing is that they went with the target, Malik Neighbors. And they didn't go with any quarterbacks throughout the draft, which I thought was super interesting. So they're riding Daniel Jones out right now and seeing where this takes them. What are your thoughts just on the Neighbors pick? I think that was the right move. Like, how are you taking that?
Let's put it this way. What happened the last time the Giants got a wide receiver out of LSU?
OBJ.
Did he pan out? Maybe for 2 years?
Well, he definitely panned out, I think.
Yeah, he was just a little too much of a showboat. And
but
I feel like
Malik
Neighbors is a little bit like that. You feel me? Like, I feel like he's more of a showboat, and he should just let his actions speak louder than his words.
You also don't. You also don't have OBJ at the tail end of your quarterback's career. I mean, arguable with the injuries to Jones, but
Yeah, I get that. I mean, listen, I think it's a good pickup because they don't have any receivers.
I think that they're making one last ditch effort to be like, yo, we're gonna give you everything we can, and if it
Like
doesn't
you're
pan
gonna
out,
have
Daniel
everything.
Jones, you suck.
Protection,
Yeah,
targets. Like you're gonna have everything. Show us that you can do it.
because he low key has a young receiving core squad now. He's got Neighbors, Hyatt, Robinson, Carter Jr.
Robinson is a solid receiver.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Very solid receiver.
And then they got Singletary, who's a decent enough back, and whoever this new guy is that I don't know too much about. Hopefully he pans out for them.
Who, Engelbert Humperdinck?
Yep, exactly. Yes.
Always, I'll always make sure to say that shit.
But you missed a few episodes. You were sleeping.
Yeah.
But let's go to One Jets Drive. And I don't mean the series that they put on during the summer. Yeah, I am pretty happy overall with what the Jets did with their draft board.
Me too.
We start things off with Olu Fashanu or Fashanu. I've heard it both ways in the last week.
Fashanu.
I like
Fashion
Fashanu.
Tables, Fashion Week, whatever you want to call him. That's Big O. He's gonna be a monster.
This dude is a mauler.
Bro, I've seen him. That video you sent me. He was fucking deadlifting 700 pounds.
He's
He
gonna
probably pick my fridge up.
He's gonna be a problem. We got him with pick number 11, not 10, because for whatever reason Minnesota traded up one spot.
So weird.
Who was at 11? But hey, we gained a 4th and a 5th in the process. We gave up a 6th, which we later used those picks down the line to make further trades. And in the grand scheme of things, Joe Douglas did a pretty commendable job, in my opinion. He picked up a 3rd for next year for effectively nothing. And then we moved up in the 3rd, and we end up getting we didn't end up moving up into the 2nd like I hoped we would. Moved up into the 3rd. We got Malachi Corley, who is apparently rumored to have been the Jets' number 4 receiver on their board. From what I'm hearing, it was your top 3 neighbors, Harrison Jr. and Odunze, and then I don't know if it's bullshit, but apparently they had Corley as the next best. In their opinion, next best available wide receiver. So if they love him that much, I'm lit that they got him, because I'm all about drafting, somebody that you're hyped about.
Yeah.
So that was dope. I'll just run through the rest and we'll talk about him. Then we got Braylon Allen in the 4th round at 134, running back out of Wisconsin.
Monster.
Yeah, I showed you the tape on him.
You sent me that highlight, bro, and I was like,
yeah,
this kid is gonna be another Brees.
He runs angry.
Dude, he's 5'11", bro. He's a fucking little
fire hydrant, like you like to put for Frankie Alvarez, a little
a little fucking fire hydrant.
Round 5, we got Jordan Travis, quarterback out of Florida State, which I'm personally pretty hyped about.
Let's go.
That could pay huge dividends in the future.
That was Jermaine Johnson's quarterback.
Yes. Did they play at the same time?
Mm-hmm, they did.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Are you positive? Okay.
Positive.
I'm gonna trust you on that.
Positivo.
Also in the 5th round, we put in work in the 5th round. We got Isaiah Davis, running back out of South Dakota State. That one was a bit of an odd one for me. Next up in the 5th round, we got defensive back Quantez Stiggers, who was a cornerback out of the CFL, which I thought was super interesting. But the dude has a sick story. Go read up on that if you can. It had both Chris and I crying when we watched the tape of all the coaches and everybody giving this dude the call that he was getting drafted. It made me fall in love with the player right away. And then to end the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, which my wife hates the title of Mr. Irrelevant. She feels bad for whoever gets called that. But we get the DB out of Bama, Jalen Key.
Roll Tide.
I think there's potential there, and he seems like he's got a chip on his shoulder for being called Mr. Irrelevant. So I'm hype. Anything that gives somebody, that edge, I'm all for it.
Anything comes out of Bama,
but
we know they're gonna be great.
Big facts. Well, that's not always the case, but
Hey.
it's the truth.
Hey.
Look at Darren Lee, right?
Listen.
Darren Lee was a Bama boy, right?
Yeah, well, was Mac
Was
Jones a Bama boy?
No, he was from Arizona. Not Arizona. The Cardinals, Louisville.
Louisville.
All right. So how are we feeling about Olu?
I love it.
I'll give you points if you say his full name correctly.
It's Oluwamiwa. Nah. If I
Olumuyiwa.
could see it, I'll say it right. Hold up.
Olumuyyiwa. Yeah, you got to look at it.
I gotta look at it, bro.
It's a doozy.
It's a douchey. I don't know, kid. It's a little diffy.
6'6". He's a big boy. 6'6", 317.
Okay.
The man is an actual tank.
We got Olu.
Any day now.
Listen, I don't want to hear you.
Olumuyiwa.
Okay. Where the fuck is
All right.
Olu? Anyways.
Regardless, how you feel about Olu? Did you like this pick?
I love it because listen, I wanted a Dunze. Obviously, he got picked right before we did.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
smart move by Chicago. Shout out.
Yeah, Chicago's got a squad. I'm sorry.
I thought Bowers would have been the better move, but
no. But honestly, I feel like in hindsight, I think protecting Aaron Rodgers is priority number one.
And I'm glad the Jets saw it that way too. You saw me through the texts during the draft, and my biggest thing was I was happy that they did the right thing. The right thing was to protect Aaron Rodgers, both now and our quarterback of the future.
Yep. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a solid pickup for us because when they interviewed Olu, they told him, how do you feel about playing with the Jets? First thing he said is, Tyron Smith was my superhero.
I didn't see that. That's crazy.
He goes, I literally cried when I found out I was a Jet because I was going to play next to Tyron Smith.
That's fate. That's so
that
sick.
It's giving me goosebumps
chills
right now just thinking about it. Like,
that's crazy. That's amazing. I'm happy as hell. I didn't even know that was that he said that. Yeah. I think this is our new, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, but hopefully way longer.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is our guy of the future. I think this was a great pick, and I think it just fell the way that it needed to for the Jets. I'm glad that a weapon would have been nice and everything, but we don't have any linemen. We have 2 linemen, I think, on the books past this season.
Yeah.
We have Carter Warren and we have Joe Tippmann, and I don't think shit else. So I was very worried about that, and I'm glad that this essentially shores up the whole left side because you could slide Carter Warren to guard. I'm assuming he'd play fine there. He seems talented enough.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or to right tackle if need be. Oh, wait, AVT. Sorry, I totally forgot about AVT because he doesn't play. Didn't they pick up his 5th option today? Did they or do?
Yeah, they said it. They said it on the Jets IG. They picked up his 5th option.
I would too. I think that's a smart move. See if he can make it through a season fully healthy. This season,
I think he'll be unstoppable if he can make it through a whole season.
He is unstoppable effectively.
He's doesn't let anybody get past. He just has to keep.
It's healthy. So sad, and each of the injuries were different, which I think is a kind of a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, because if it's the same reoccurring injury over and over again, where the weakness
he's never going to get over that.
Target you, you know what I mean?
Well, he'll also that it'll always be hurt at some point. That's the problem.
Right.
All right, let's move on. We drafted Malachi Corley in the 3rd, like I mentioned. What was your thoughts on this guy now that you've been able to sit and let it marinate?
I mean, initially I was like, who the fuck is Malachi Corley? Last time we heard of Malachi was Malachi Flynn, and we didn't even know he was an evil Dante. You know what I mean? So who the fuck's evil twin is this guy? But from what you sent me, his tape is crazy.
Man runs like Isaiah Pacheco. He runs angry.
He runs just like Pacheco, okay? He runs like a kid trying on sneakers at Foot Locker. Like, he just right through the defense. As soon as there's a little hole, he's in there like swimwear. Like, it's just gone, right?
I
I
like that about
noticed.
him. Kid
I
seems like
noticed
a baller.
he's a good pitch type of runner. Like you pitch it to him quick on the outside,
You throw a
he'll run
flat.
back in and hit you with a slant
He's the
and
type
come through.
of
Like he's just quick.
he's the type of guy you throw a bubble screen to. He
Absolutely.
he picked up the nickname at Western Kentucky of the Yak King because the dude had yak yards after catch. Just to be clear.
Love that.
But he racked up over 900 yards after the catch last season.
Damn.
I think it was last season. It was that season before. But I think he had over 800 in 2022 and over 900 in 2023. But yeah, I mean, like the dude just seems to be a fighter. Like you get him the ball, and he's just fighting for every inch that he can get.
Hey yo.
So I like that about him, but yeah, at first reaction, I didn't like the pick because I thought it would have been nice to get a slightly bigger body downfield receiver to fill in for Mike Williams after this season because he has only got a 1 year deal. So I thought that would have been nice,
Yep.
almost like an Ola Fashano kind of situation. Um, but once I started watching the tape and everything, really getting to know this guy more,
He's a dog.
how can you not love him? Like
He's
you
a
said,
dog.
he's a dog, yeah. So I'm only really gonna go over the next two picks because the rest are just complete question marks. Who knows if they're even gonna make the team? Braylon Allen, I thought was very intriguing that they took a running back at all, let alone in the fourth. But once you watch the tape, you know that this guy runs hard. And the one word that you and I kept saying about him was beast.
Yeah.
And the dude is just he just goes beast mode. Like he just runs through people.
Absolutely. He's just
Um,
nasty. He's nasty with it. He knows how to attack the line. He knows how to, get a little bit of space turns into a 30-yard, 40-yard run. You know what I mean? Like
I wish he had a bit more vision, which is hopefully something he'll learn. And I forget if I'm getting him and the other bat Isaiah Davis mixed up because of all the research I did, but if I remember correctly, I think he's missing a couple tools that you see in professional backs that I'm hoping he'll pick up because I feel like we got a good running back room and running back coach. But my opinion, the big potential mega steal of the draft is going to be pick number 171, Jordan
Yep.
Travis,
Yep. Florida
quarterback
State's
from
very
Florida
own.
State. I think that if this guy comes back from his injury, as gruesome as it was, this could be our quarterback of the future, learning behind Aaron Rodgers. And I legitimately think this guy has the tools. Everything I hear is that he character, which I personally think is huge other than winning. Apparently you can feed this dude information upon information upon information, and the kid just takes it all in and is able to use it. That's one of the things I heard after we drafted him was that the kid you can just give him a whole playbook at the line of scrimmage and he is basically going to be able to be fine with it.
Huh.
Like the kid really processes really well.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If that is our QB, I'm cool with it.
Joe Douglas is our GM for the next 20 years.
Yeah, bro.
If
Because
that pans out.
JD's been doing wonders with the draft lately.
I personally am a fan of what he's done the last couple of years in the draft.
Yeah.
And
He's definitely a very smart draft GM.
he wasn't at first. I mean,
No, he was. He definitely got up to it, and when he
I
finally hit the nail on the fucking coffin was when he got Garrett, Sauce, and Jermaine Johnson. That's when he
And
hit
Brees.
the fucking and
he,
Brees.
he nailed 4 picks in the first 2 rounds, and
Bro,
they're all corner.
that was probably one of the most impressive drafts ever.
That was one.
Any team.
Well, everybody. It was unanimous that the Jets won the draft that year, and I know that doesn't always mean much, but it feels good. We don't get many wins as Jets fans.
It means much to us.
It means a lot to us.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I'm just gonna shout. We'll check out the deuces in a second. I'm just gonna shout out. We'll move on real quick. Shout out the MLS real quick. NYCFC beat my current hometown team, CLTFC 2-1.
It's mad letters, bro.
Yesterday.
MSCLT, MS.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually a diagnosis. I've been meaning to tell you about
MS,
this.
ADHD, NBA, LSC. Like, all right,
But
take
yeah,
it easy.
they got that dub. I forget where that puts them on the table. I know that confuses you, but But yeah, that's just a nice dub for them. I want to see NYCFC keep winning, because that'll be lit once they go next to City Field. But yeah, gonna chuck up the deuces real quick.
Heard you.
Let's come up with the perfect starting five to play a beef game in. You know, like that retaliation game. You try to come back. You need some hitters in there.
Yeah.
I'll let you start. Who we putting at the one?
All right. At the one, you might think it's a little unorthodox, but at the one, I'm putting Latrell Sprewell.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking.
Latrell Sprewell. All right. Who are you putting at the one?
No. 1, 2. We'll bounce off each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's 3 players that I could tell you right now are going to be on my squad. One is Ron Artest.
Mm-hmm.
One is Draymond Green.
Of course.
And the third is Dennis fucking Rodman.
All right. I'm going to throw...
My fifth is I'm throwing it out there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
My fifth is Big Ben Wallace.
So I was thinking Ben Wallace. I was thinking just for toughness and the fact that he'll dunk on someone and probably make matters worse. Gerald Wallace. Remember Gerald Wallace?
Yes.
Like, he was tough as hell. Yeah. Never missed any games.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of want Larry Johnson in there, maybe.
Huh. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna swap Latrell Sprewell out for Steven Jackson.
Oh, that's a good one. I totally forgot about Steve Jacks. Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna swap out for Steven Jackson. Jackson is a fucking dog.
If you're still talking about in the more modern era, Matt Barnes.
Yes.
Maybe.
Hell yeah. Matt Barnes was always down to throw down. You
facts. Me? He tried to fake out Kobe. It didn't work though.
Yup.
He tried. I'll give him credit for trying. Yep. Who else from like the current like NBA?
Rasheed Wallace.
There's not too many people.
Sheed, definitely Sheed.
Yeah.
What's my man's name? Jermaine O'Neal.
He low key was.
What's my man from the Heat? The martial artist, the black belt dude.
Oh, you're not talking about Lonzo Mourning?
No. Nah, Lonzo Mourning was nasty.
Udonis Haslem is definitely
if we're gonna go
there.
that far back, I'm going the full Detroit Pistons '86 squad. The bad boys of fucking Detroit, but Bill Laimbeer at the fucking center. It just
Udonis Haslem's. He's unk. He's OG. He's always he'll throw
Haslam?
down. I feel if you.
I gotta.
Haslam.
My uncle's brother-in-law. We call him Big Joe. Whenever he says Udonis Haslam, he goes, "Is Laslam's?" I'm like, yeah, that's him. Sure,
his Laslam.
His last name is Haslam's. Yeah.
His last name. Yeah, no.
Charles Oakley.
I think that's what I meant. Not Larry Johnson. Charles Oakley.
Come on.
I was trying to think of a former Knick. Yeah.
Oak was different.
Big facts.
Trying to think who else would be a good caller.
I mean, we have like almost a whole team and not just starting 5 at this point.
Word. We got a fucking